The emotions after Araujo's goal were unbelievable. That moment felt like a reset button for the whole season. The team showed will and hunger for victory in a difficult situation. And that's what matters most right now. You can feel that spark again. This Barcelona still wants to win, and this Barcelona still can. And maybe Ronald Araujo just saved the club a few million on a new striker. Hey everyone, this is the CULES channel. Today we're talking about one of the most dramatic matches of the season, Barcelona versus Girona. If you felt the same energy watching the game, live a like. Not for me, but for this team that finally showed what character looks like. Hansi Flick came into this match in a difficult position. He was missing Rafinha, Lewandowski, Varane, Olmo and João Garcia. Gavi and Ter Stegen are still unavailable, while Lamine Yamal and Fermín López had only just recovered from injuries. The starting lineup promised surprises, and that is exactly what happened. Szczesny has no alternatives right now. Koundé started on the right and Bolde on the left. In the center, Flick went with an interesting pairing of Cubarsí and Eric. Pau once again played on the right side of defense, where he looks most confident. Eric, who has been the most consistent central defender this season, took on the more challenging role of left center back. It looks like this could become the team's most balanced duo in defense. In midfield, Flick didn't have much choice, so he fielded the strongest trio, Caicedo, Frenkie and Pedri. In fact, many Barca fans have wanted to see a more balanced midfield where there's a pure destroyer and classic conductors, Frenkie and Pedri. De Jong was assigned the role of central attacking midfielder, but sometimes you could see the setup where Frenkie and Pedri were rather right central midfielder and left central midfielder. It's a structure that feels like a modern version of the classic Busquets, Xavi, Iniesta triangle. Some supporters see Marc Bernal as the main candidate for the defensive midfield role in the future, but Caicedo deserves credit for this game. He delivered a pretty strong match in terms of work rate and his impact on the game. And to the attacking group, the main event was the La Liga debut of 17-year-old Toni Fernández in the false 9 position. Antonio is a very strong all-rounder capable of covering any position in attack. And let's be honest, for a first match he played quite a good 45 minutes. He understood the combinational attacking structure very well and was useful in build-up play. On the right, Toni was supported by Lamine Yamal, who was ready to play around 60 minutes. On the left, Marcus Rashford, and that makes sense. The Englishman is the most productive player this season. The first 10 minutes show what real Hansi Flick football looks like. High pressing, intensity, tackles, and total control of the match. This was the Barcelona you've been waiting to see. Aggressive, compact, and hungry. Girona couldn't get out of their own half. But then the team significantly lowered the pace, and problems began. The answer to that was reflected in Flick's post-match words. The team doesn't run and doesn't give the same work volume as last season. We're working on it. Right now we're first in the table and we're satisfied with this situation. Barcelona still managed to take the lead through Lamine and Pedri. Lamine set it up and Pedri finished it in Lionel Messi style, weaving through defenders inside the box before rolling the ball into the far corner. It was one of the most beautiful goals of his career, absolute precision. Girona equalized soon after and their goal was just as spectacular. Axel Witsel, bravo. It was a brilliant strike from the 36-year-old Belgian, even if it came at Barcelona's expense. Still, that situation should probably never have happened in the first place, because it all started from a wrongly awarded corner. If you look closely, it might remind you of something. Remember the handball that was called against Fermín López in that controversial Clásico of Montjuic? The first half as a whole was full of tension. After a mistake from Koundé, Szczesny came to the rescue with a great save from Van Aert's shot. Just a minute later, half the team was caught out after Pedri's misplaced pass, and only the post saved Barcelona from going down. But let's move on. You could see what Cubarsí is capable of in his preferred position in the 26th minute, when he carried the ball through half the pitch, past to Toni, who laid it off for Frenkie. De Jong took the shot and Gazzaniga made a great save. Then came Rashford's moment, and that was another positive from this match. It was great to see Marcus finally trusted to take free kicks. Barcelona has struggled with direct free kicks for a long time, and right now the Englishman is clearly the best option. He's ahead of Rafinha, Varane and Yamal, who haven't scored from a set piece in quite a while. If only Marcus' shot had just dipped a little lower. In the 39th minute, another Pedri mistake in midfield turned into an instant counterattack. But again, Barcelona got very lucky. All the thanks go to Bryan Gil. Girona's first half XG was 1.23 and Barca's only 0.48. And that's despite Barcelona having 70% possession. If you want to see all the match stats in a few clicks, download the Football Extra app. It has everything you need. Link in the pinned comment. The first half left the feeling of a continuation of that horror show against Sevilla. 3 one-on-one chances against Chesney. That's far too many. But Hansi Flick managed to wake up and reinvent the team after the break. The standout player without question was Fermín López. And oh my, this team missed him. His energy, leadership, and that healthy bit of sporting anger lifted Barcelona to a new level. Within his first few minutes on the pitch, Fermín took 3 shots. A powerful strike from distance, another that hit the post, and one saved by Gazzaniga. 3 attempts in 10 minutes. That's serious productivity. That aggression completely changed the game. Girona lost their confidence and Barcelona pushed them deep into their own half. In the 61st minute, Cubarsí scored what looked like a perfectly good goal, but referee Manzano disallowed it. And to be fair, the decision was correct. Eric leaned on his opponent and stopped him from jumping. In the 63rd minute, Flick made a very bold move. He took off the tired Pedri and Lamine and sent on Christensen and Bardghji. The reshuffle was interesting. Eric moved into midfield and took Pedri's role, while Christensen filled his spot. Ronnie played on the right in attack, Rashford moved to the center, and Fermín played on the left. Almost instantly, it clicked. In the 65th minute, the bet on the Swede on the right almost paid off. He delivered the cross in Lamine's style, but Rashford failed to make proper contact. A minute later, Barca's furious pressing led to a turnover. Fermín passed to Marcus, but Gazzaniga turned on the Buffon mode. Rashford, the center forward, offered the team much more than Toni, and in the 70th minute, the referee didn't call a foul by Araujo Marcus. It was a swing of the arm that disrupted the Englishman's run, but somehow Manzano saw it differently. What's your opinion? Was it the referee's mistake? The team slowed down again and Flick decided to play his final card. In the 82nd minute, Ronald Araujo replaced Clásico, and everyone was surprised to see Araujo playing in the attacking group. He has played everywhere this season, as an attacking midfielder on the right, on the left, and now at the tip of the attack. This is, without a doubt, one of the most epic moments of this season. We've seen Ronald feels great in attack, scoring lots of goals in training, Flick said after the match, so we decided to make that move. And it turned out to be a brilliant move. Araujo became a complete mystery for the opponent. They simply weren't ready for such an anomaly in attack. First, his cross almost reached Rashford, and in the 93rd minute came the magical moment. Cubarsí to Ronnie, he spots Frankie's run, De Jong's pass, and Araujo finishes into the far corner. 2-1. What a goal, what a moment. If you jumped up when that ball went in, live a like right now. Everyone especially loved Hansi Flick's reaction, who at that point had already been shown a red card after a strange chat with the referee, but let's not talk about that right now. After such a dramatic ending, it is easy to forget how bold that tactical change really was. Barcelona finished the match with Eric Garcia playing in Pedri's role, leaving only one true holding midfielder. The attacking setup looked wild. Ronnie on the right, Frankie in the center, Fermín on the left, and Araujo and Rashford playing as central strikers. It was basically a 4-1-3-2 formation, but at times it looked like an all-out attack, closer to 2-1-5-2, with Martin and Kunde providing width on both sides. After the match, everyone was talking about Araujo, obviously. Toni Fernández says that Ronald had told the squad before coming on that if Flick sent him into attack, he would definitely score, and Araujo himself confirmed it. Everyone knows that I used to play as a striker. I think if I played as a forward, I could score a lot more goals. When the coach asked me, I didn't hesitate to say yes. When I was putting on the shirt, I told myself, if I go in, I will score, and everyone laughed afterwards when I did. I worked to help the team, so I'm happy about that. It is true that Araujo often shows this side of his game in training. He scores all kinds of goals there. Ronald Koeman used him in attack during matches, so this idea is not completely new. Nevertheless, the Araujo madness has reached its peak. Now fans want to see him start in El Clásico precisely as a center forward. What do you think? Should Araujo really get a shot up front? Write your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to leave a like. Also subscribe to the channel to stay tuned. See you soon. Bye!